Check it. Alright guys, what is up? We are back with another AMC and Ape update, and you already know this video is going to be fire. Guys, we have so much crazy data to cover. It's absolutely insane. Short interest is at levels that I have not seen in 2 years and watching this stock. Things are absolutely at breaking point. We have fundamental catalysts and everything that you need for a short squeeze to occur. You can look it up for yourselves. There's ingredients to this, and we have them all. So let's go ahead and check out the charts, the facts, and the data, because that's all we listen to on this channel. We don't listen to emotion. We don't listen to the noise. If people say TA doesn't matter, then how do I always predict the runs and the lows on AMC stock? It does matter. So let's go ahead and check out the charts, the fundamentals, and see what we have going on. What is up? We are back, and in this video I'm only looking at AMC and Ape because I have so much to cover on these two particular stocks. Things are absolutely crazy. The data is absolutely crazy, and I do apologize if this video is a little bit hype, but I am extremely hyped up for what I think we are about to see. Now guys, you have to prepare for an obvious pullback if that were the case, but I think that we are on the verge of absolutely squeezing. I think that we will probably see a gap up tomorrow morning in pre-market. But if we don't, I want to give you guys support levels to look out for so you're not freaking out if you do see pullback, and maybe you can even get a buy on the dips. That way you can stack more MOASS tickets. The only concerning thing that I'm looking at is the overextended RSI on the daily time frame. RSI is getting a little heated, and when RSI gets overbought like this, that means we might have a potential pullback. But there is so many bullish things on AMC. If you look, we had printed a buy signal on the super trend on the daily time frame. We had printed a buy signal on the super trend on the daily time frame, which is extremely bullish. We also have indicators showing that there is more bullish momentum in this move. If we go ahead and look at the moving averages, so we go ahead and look at the moving averages, we rallied straight up to the 100-day moving average on the daily time frame. And if you look at the 4-hour time frame, the moving averages are curling up, and we have this golden cross on the 4-hour. We had the golden cross way back here. Boom, have the golden cross when the 50 EMA. So we have the 50 EMA and the 100 EMA. When the 50 crosses above the 100, or the 200, I'm sorry, that is a golden cross. So we have the 200 EMA and the 50 EMA. Boom, and we have that golden cross right there, and then we have both EMAs curling to the upside. So this is very, very, very bullish. And I did say if we get above $6.50 today on my post that you would see immediate upside. I called this bull flag. I've been calling for this upside, and we have a major catalyst coming up here with earnings. I think Tuesday or Wednesday is going to be our day. Probably Tuesday night going into Wednesday. So Wednesday morning, Tuesday night, pre-market, after hours, around those times is going to be extremely volatile because we have earnings. Adam Aaron is announcing a lot of things. There's been a lot of movies coming out. AMC is doing extremely well. The fundamentals are improving. And I know people say fundamentals don't belong in a short squeeze play, but what better way to squeeze shorts out of their position than fundamentally destroy the short thesis? There is no better way. So guys, this is what I'm looking at. Major, major upside for AMC coming over the next couple weeks. This thing's going to keep going up all week, and if we get above $8 to $10, $8 to $12, you guys can see major, major upside because there is little support and resistance. As you guys can see, we could easily move to $15 to $17 to $21 very, very easily if we break above this golden zone that I have marked out here, which is about $8 to $12, and things could get very, very volatile very, very quick. So that is where we want to see. We want to break above that $8 to $12 level. But on the weekly time frame, we also have the Bollinger Bands getting very, very, very tight, constricting. As you guys can see, we rallied straight up to the top of the Bollinger Band on the weekly time frame, and this is used to predict basically like a squeeze type movement. As you guys can see, the Bollinger Bands get tight and then the price breaks out of it. Bollinger Bands get tight. As you can see, they were overextended, but as you can see, they start to curl in on themselves, and then you can see the big moves to the upside. And I think that is about to happen now. Bollinger Bands are getting very, very tight. We're very, very bullish. It's about to break out, and we are about to see a big move to the upside. We also have the green weekly MACD. Every time we have green weekly MACD, you guys see big movement to the upside. So all of this stuff is lining up, and we have more crazy things going on if you guys look. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up the alligator. Bear with me. Let's see if I can get that right there. Okay. Boom. And if we pull up the alligator, take off the Bollinger Bands, you guys can see that this bullish move is not anywhere near over because the alligator is used to determine momentum. It's very, very good to determine momentum in the bottom of a move or the top of a move. So as you guys can see, when the move has a lot of momentum, the bands are far apart, and the green band is bullish and the blue band is bearish. So as you can see, this is a bearish move, a lot of width between the bands, and then the move starts to end, the bands start to get tight together. So here, if we take that on this side and we look, bullish band on top, and you guys can see they are very, very wide apart, meaning this move has a lot more momentum in store. And I also have the momentum indicator because the alligator works very, very good with momentum indicators. And as you guys can see, momentum is all the way blasted to the upside. So we could get crazy very, very fast. And they tried to short us down and they could not, because as you guys can see, cost to borrow is getting lower, and the cost to borrow suddenly dropping is actually a sign of a squeeze. So when you have high cost to borrow and it suddenly drops, you can look this up for yourself. You can Google this. Sorry, I don't have it actually pulled up on here. It is literally, I covered it in one of my videos, but it is literally a sign of a squeeze, a sudden drop in cost to borrow, and that is what we are seeing. It's still extremely high, putting a lot of pressure on the shorts, but we had the sudden drop. We had this huge price movement to the upside, and we also have short interest being reported by Fintel higher than I've ever seen. 5.52%. I have never in my whole 2 years watching this stock have seen 25.52% short interest officially reported on this stock. AMC's about to squeeze, y'all. And we also have these failure to delivers. We're on the threshold security list, and I think a lot of this buying pressure is coming from these failure to delivers. As you guys can see, we have failure to delivers due because of the T plus 35 closeout date on the 27th, and that is today. And we don't have any more failure to delivers, but we have been on the security list. There's not any reported right here because we have last week or the data lags, but we have been on the security list for over 13 days, which is absolutely illegal, which means failure to delivers is piling up, and AMC is about to see a massive movement to the upside. This is just my personal opinion. I am just some guy on the internet. Don't trust me. This is just my personal opinion. Do your own research, do your own due diligence. But guys, we just broke out of a 2-year downtrend on top of that, okay? Add it all up. We broke out of a 2-year downtrend. We broke out of this 2-year downtrend. Boom. Had a break out of it and retested the top perfectly. Now we're about to go on a huge uptrend. And based just off of technical analysis alone, you guys can easily get a breakout target of to the all-time highs for AMC. And if AMC gets to $44, if AMC gets to $44, there's no telling how high it could go if it breaks this all-time high. If it breaks this specific all-time high, there's no telling how high it could go because of the synthetics, how crazy it could be. If you look at technical analysis and Fibonacci retracements, there is a price target at $140 for AMC. That is a very realistic price target. I'm not saying that is the cap for AMC. I'm just saying that is a very realistic price target that we could see based off just technical analysis alone. So let's go ahead and look at APE. And a lot of people are worried. I think a lot of people are confused. Like, hey, should I sell my APE and buy AMC? Listen, if it was me personally, I'm not selling my APE, okay? So this is what I'm doing personally. I'm not selling my APE. If you're like hard up on money or something like that, maybe, I don't know, but I'm not selling my APE because I think Ape is going to absolutely see upside. I think Ape could potentially see more upside than AMC when it comes to percentage gains, not price number, percentage gains only. And my theory is because I think it has even more short interest than AMC. If you look at Yahoo's most shorted list for the shorts, like a short, basically a short squeeze screener. Ape is number one. And if you look at the short interest reported by Fintel, it's only about 6-7%. But a lot of short squeeze screeners, sorry, that's a tongue twister, are saying Ape is the number one shorted stock of all stocks, more than Carvana, more than BBBY. It is the most shorted stock in the market, Ape. So when people ask me what is going on with Ape, you got to remember that Ape is even more manipulated than AMC. It's even more shorted than AMC, which means it could have an even bigger squeeze than AMC, but it's a lot more risky. And the facts of the matter is that Ape should be the same exact price as AMC, and it's a preferred equity unit. It actually should be a little bit more than AMC if everything, if the whole world was correct and the stock market functioned properly. But guys, you have to remember that I'm holding on to my Ape, and that is just my personal opinion. If we look at the technical analysis, we are still in this falling wedge. We are bouncing back and forth in this falling wedge. I do expect a break to the upside if we get to the bottom of it. The bottom of it is around $2, $1.90. I do think we'll get that $1.90 gap fill. It does look like we filled it today. Yes, we did fill it today. So we probably will see consolidation mostly for Ape. I did say that, I did say that in my video. It's going to either consolidate slowly down in this falling wedge, which is a break at the bottom all the way down to $1.90 again. We just wicked down there, and as you guys can see, we got a lot of support and it came back up. So I'm definitely thinking that Ape's just going to consolidate down to $1.90 or consolidate sideways and then break out to the upside. That is just my personal opinion. I think it's just gonna basically be a shakeout for Ape. They're trying to shake people out of it before this thing runs. That is just my personal opinion. And that is just the basis of the facts of things. So that is what I'm looking at on technical analysis wise of Ape. Basically, this falling wedge, support at $1.90, support at $2, which we are holding, and that is what I'm looking at for Ape. And then if we do break out of the falling wedge, that would be a price target of over $3.36. On AMC, we need to hold. If we hold, okay, so I'm going to explain what prices we want to hold to look extremely bullish. So if we hold $7.25, that is extremely bullish. If we even go back down to 680 and hold that, that is extremely bullish. I know nobody wants to see downside, but I need to prepare you guys if you see downside. These are my support and resistance. These are zones you can look at for bounces and pick up some shares for the cheap, because I do think as soon as we get a pullback on this thing, people are going to be buying it up. We didn't even test this sloping resistance yet, or this uptrend sloping support yet. We are just absolutely blasting off. I think we are on the verge of seeing this thing absolutely rocket. And when I say rocket, I'm talking about $10, $20 at a time. I'm talking about MOASS level action. So that is just my personal opinion, guys. You can believe what you want. I am just some guy on the internet. Do your own research. Do your own due diligence. People say TA doesn't matter. Well, then how did I predict this pop? How did this bull flag perfectly break out and work? People are ridiculous when they say those types of things. TA doesn't matter. TA absolutely matters. And that's why I also back it up with fundamental data. This is two-step approach to how I figure out how price is going to move. That's why I'm so accurate, and not to brag, but my TA is very good. I can read the charts very well. I study them all the time, and I know AMC very well because I've been studying this specific stock for over 2 years. So guys, remember, RSI is a little bit heated. I want to see this thing cool down. If we have a pullback, that is not a bad thing. If this thing pulls back Tuesday and then runs Wednesday, that's not a bad thing. If we have a pullback tomorrow, that is not a bad thing, okay? I want you guys to understand that. I know everyone wants to see this thing just absolutely rocket and take off, but if we have a pullback tomorrow, look at my supports and resistance at a 725, 680, 645, around those levels if you want. And not financial advice, you could pick up some shares on the bounce because we are going to bounce to the upside on Wednesday or Wednesday night after earnings. I'm sure, I'm certain, this is just my personal opinion, that we are going to see a pop this week and it's going to be epic. So if I'm right, I'm happy. If I'm wrong, I do apologize. I'll continue to cover the stock as I have been, day by day, step by day, and giving you guys the fundamental and technical data. But that is basically the video I have for you guys. I covered all the fundamental data, all the technical data. That's how we figure out how price movement is going to occur in this channel. We don't listen to the noise. We don't listen to emotion. We only listen to the facts and data. So if you found this video informative, go ahead and drop a like, subscribe for more content like this, and you could check out my Discord and Twitter. They're absolutely free. I drop updates there, posts there, and you could talk to me, ask me questions, all types of things. So go ahead and check that out. And as always, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out. Alright guys, that was the video. As you guys can see, the fundamental data and the technical analysis always guides us on the right path if we just ignore our emotions and all of the other noise. So forget the haters, forget everything else, and just follow your mind. And I'm just some guy on the internet, so don't trust me. Do your own research and own due diligence. I am only a data point. Take my information as long with everyone else's and then make your own decision. But guys, that was the video. Hopefully you found it informative. I know I did. If you did, go ahead and like and subscribe to help the channel grow. And again, you can check out my Discord. It's absolutely free. And you can check out my Twitter. You can ask me questions there. I'm going to do live streams on the Discord, drop stock picks and day trades, all types of stuff. So check that out. And as always, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out.